The social work landscape at the moment is really complex. I think it's situated in the broader health and social care landscape in terms of workforce development. It is a challenge, and I think it's been more challenging since COVID because, to be honest, it's always been kind of viewed as a difficult area to work in.
I think there's a fundamental challenge, and I think that fundamental challenge is recruitment and retention of social workers.
The extraordinary strain that social workers are under in the North East is related to how they're trying to protect young people, protect families, and support young people to stay in their homes with people that they love.
It's very important for us to kind of think creatively about how we can respond to these challenges. And we do that through our strategic working with partners. What we have to do is we have to work very clearly with our strategic partners in order to give them what they need to develop and equip the workforce for the future. And that means having those strong partnerships.
And we ask them what their needs are when it comes to social work practitioners. In turn, we've started to develop a social work apprentice degree, which will allow a different route into social work than the standard undergrad route, which would mean that local authorities will be able to recruit social workers into their agencies, then in turn work with us in partnership to the point of qualifying in practice.
It is a real challenge. There's no way we can say it isn't a challenge, but I think what we do particularly well is not only develop the workforce, as I've already said, with our strategic partners, and provide what they require to make sure people are fit for purpose to care and deliver the services that are needed. But also our research is sector leading. We have internationally renowned research in this area. It provides us with a strong evidence base in terms of what we do and how we do it. So I think looking towards the future, we need to build on the foundation that we already have in terms of our multi-professional, multidisciplinary research, which is world leading and goes beyond the departments in the university, goes beyond the institution, reaches across the national landscape and international landscape, making a real difference for people. And I see that as a real positive for the future.
We need social workers because there's a community demand there. I think the important message to stress to students coming forward is social work is a very, very rewarding career. You get an opportunity to work alongside families. You get an opportunity to make the difference in their lives at the time when they need you most, basically. I think social work needs to be publicised better. I think local authorities and wider agencies need to say this is a great career. Be very clear about the benefits of being a social worker in terms of working with the public, but also the personal benefits of having a professional career. We have an undergrad social work programme, we have a postgraduate master's social work programme, and we also have an extensive post-qualifying CPD programme. We can offer various modules to qualifying practitioners who want to progress, but also we can offer modules to local authorities who want practitioners to be trained in a particular area. So for example, we've got approved mental health practitioners, we've got best interest assessors training, and various other, quite bespoke modules. I think one of the important factors is to be a registered social worker with Social Work England. There's a requirement for continued professional development. We can meet that requirement as a university and ensure that practitioners can, from qualifying level, move through to become a senior practitioner via various post-qualifying modules that we offer. Which will result in particular for example, if a social worker completes 3 modules at Northumbria University post-qualifying level, they will then be able to progress within their own local authorities with a post-qualifying award.
I think people benefit from choosing Northumbria University because of the breadth of modules that we provide at a post-qualifying level. Certainly there are other universities in the region that do provide post-qualifying training, but none of them do provide a full programme that provides an additional postgraduate qualification. Northumbria is the only university in the region that does that. So I think that puts students at an advantage in that the work that they're doing actually contributes to something and gets them a certificate at the end to demonstrate that they have done that additional study in a way that perhaps you won't get if you don't have the opportunity to do a full qualification.
So Northumbria, if that's one thing that it does very well amongst many, is that Northumbria is invested in training health professionals, social workers, teachers. So the people that we train at Northumbria University are out there teaching, supporting, safeguarding and helping young people, the nurses, the midwives that we train here. Because Northumbria is involved in training health professionals, social work and education professionals, the future is really bright, that we can train and retain individuals within the northeast of England. Northumbria is central to that. We're really good at that. We're good at training compassionate, competent and safe practitioners in whatever it be, education and physical and mental health. And so we need at Northumbria to be really involved, really integrated in that, so that we can influence and build the workforce in a significant way.
I think the important thing for partners to think about is most of the staff that work in our social work teams are qualified and registered social workers. We've also got academics and researchers who've researched widely in the field of social work, looking at all various different issues that are emerging in society, right at the cutting edge of research which informs back over practitioners who are coming into Northumbria University. So we've got a constant exchange of knowledge with our partners, where we share our research and they share our experience. From undergraduate level to post-qualifying level, Northumbria is able to provide the developmental opportunities that social workers need.